What's going on, everyone? So we're gonna jump right into this video. There's a few clips from a few training sessions over the course of just 2 weeks. But I'm gonna critique my form a little bit here, talk a little bit about what's going on with my shoulder, which is actually kind of fine, but just is what it is. And then kind of rant and ask y'all questions on what the status is of what we're going through right now. But first, I'm curious as to the few of you who are watching. I want to know when you watch my videos. So is it like while you're eating, you watch them, while you're doing laundry, or while you're just, I don't know, going on a walk these days, because that's one of the few things we can do. And before I elaborate on why I want to know that and let you guys know when I watch most of my YouTube videos, I just want to critique my form here. So one thing I'm noticing on this bench, I only went up to 185, but what was happening with my shoulder is my right shoulder, if you can see the shadow right in this area, you can see how it's higher on the right shoulder, right? So watch these reps here and you can see how it's like my right shoulder, you're looking at this view, this is the tops of my shoulders, my right one is just, it's lifting high. So it's as if like the back part of my shoulder is tight and I can't set it back, or I'm just rotating forward like that. So I do have an appointment with physical therapy coming up in the next couple weeks to kind of look at the movement pattern that I'm habitually doing wrong, because it is something that over time is giving me issues and it's totally like sapping my strength on the bench. So you can see here, like it looks like pretty good form, but if you look closely, my left shoulder is nice and far back, keeping the shoulder in a strong position and activating my chest. And on my right side, I'm just literally failing to do that. And it's hurting and it's causing weakness. So this was one of the workouts I got done out in Florida, and it was a little sketchy just because of how everything was, but I've been back for a couple weeks now and I feel healthy, so made it out of there safely. And this is just me messing around with some ropes, and then I did a couple push-up sets here right after just to kind of film and see how my shoulders are doing. And in the last video, or the last clips of this video, I'm going to be floor pressing and talking about that shoulder thing. So man, staying injury free is huge. You know, studying from home, being quarantined, having to do a lot of computer work, a lot of, mouse work and stuff. It's just taking a beating on my shoulder a little bit with trying to train. But again, the left one's feeling really good. The right one is feeling better. I just trained today and it feels pretty fine. So overall, pretty decent. But yeah, I'm wondering why you all watch the videos and when. So I like to watch mine always when I'm going on walks, when I'm doing dishes, when I am doing, laundry, stuff like that, cleaning. I like to just have podcasts on in the background, and they're generally bodybuilding podcasts. I don't know why I find them so easy to listen to. Probably because I think I know a lot about what they're talking about, so it's just kind of like running through things in my head. If not that, I like to listen to some science podcasts like Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then things about like physics and the cosmos. I find that interesting as well. So I'm curious when the hell you all watch mine, because if it is when you're just doing random things, I feel like talking over things is really nice and it gives you something to listen to. So first, deadlifts I've done all year. Knee was feeling good this day, and it's funny, my back was the issue for a long time and now my back is relatively healthy. So the key with these deadlifts, just 185 off a little bit of a block, is to just see how I can seat my hips back and get my spine straight. And I'm very, very happy with how my spine looks here. What I was doing before in my deadlifts is I was extending my lower back, which looks like this. So getting too much of an arch. So I had to straighten my back by literally flexing at my spine. And I don't recommend you all mess with this on your own necessarily. It's definitely something that, like, I don't know, a physical therapist or a doctor, or just, I don't know, I don't take advice from things like this unless someone's a trained medical professional. I have had some people drop me tips. All right, so overall feeling pretty good. The weird thing is that when I cue my spine and my abs, I like forget my shoulders. When I cue my back, I forget what my feet are doing. So I have to stay light because it's not at all second nature. It's like doing it for the first time again. But for real, feels good. That second rep, I let my right shoulder drift forward. So I felt it in my shoulder, so I made sure to externally rotate and try to not depress it so much, just pull the lat in. So I'll do one more set, and I have to take breaks in between each rep because my body's not used to that pressure, and like the blood either rushes away from my head or to my head. So it's not like it was a decade ago. It's pissed. So yeah, spine angle is looking really good. I did a few sets on camera here. I might try to up the weight slowly as I go, but there's really only so much I can do while I'm in school. And that does start back up the first week of August. So I hope you all, if you are studying, are able to get back to class or some limited capacity, which we are doing. We are going to be in person and be able to practice our skills. So that's a really good thing. I don't know how a lot of people are dealing with schools that can't meet in person. I don't know. I have a massage therapist, and I couldn't imagine being like in massage therapy school, or what is it? Cosmetology? I don't know. Barber school, cutting hair. Any services that involve working with people, I can't even fathom how many of them got screwed over by this virus, which leads me to my next topic that I'll talk about after I speak to you all in the video. Whew. Great success. Feel a lot of muscles working, specifically the lower back. So we'll see how dim angles look. Goodbye. So what we can appreciate in this part is just the more level acromion, which is this bone right here that lives in that kind of concave crater there. So my goal here was to just keep them even, keep them close to the floor. You can see the back of that little hole is like an inch from the ground on either side, and that's kind of the goal there. So today in the gym was really frustrating because, here comes a rant. I want you all to comment below if you're still watching. Are your gyms open, and do you have to wear a mask, and are you going? So in my gym, or in my town, gyms are allowed to be open. Yesterday, my gym had a visit from the city. I don't know what that means, but they came in to just browse and look at what the patients, I almost said, what the members were doing, and too many of them didn't have a mask on, so they threatened to shut down, or I would assume they're threatening to shut down if we don't comply. And the only rules are wear a mask unless you're lifting weights. And today, when I was in this corner dumbbell pressing, there was like some gym braettes, basically female meatheads, and I didn't expect this from them because they know what they're doing, they have good physiques, they're strong. And they were basically just talking shit about how we have to wear masks, and both of them weren't wearing a mask for like a half an hour. And the city just came by and threatened to close the gym. So maybe it's because I'm in medical school and I think that I know better. I'm not certain. I'm not a virologist. But this virus is transmissible from, I can't think of the correct terminology, but basically fluids, airborne droplets, particles, what have you. And if you're covered in a mask and other people are wearing a mask, it severely decreases the range and ability of these particles to float and travel in the air because they're not being projected out. That's my understanding. And the fact that people somehow like don't believe that doesn't make sense to me. I understand if you don't believe that the virus was natural, maybe you believe it was man-made, maybe you believe it's a biological weapon. All those things are possible. To believe that a transmissible virus isn't being reduced as far as its transmissibility, whatever the word is, to think that you can't reduce it by covering your mouth and covering other people's mouths simultaneously, it just blows my mind that people of any type of intelligence can literally think that it's a lie that helps. If you all do, let me know. If you're watching this, let me know. But it's very frustrating when the manager and the personal trainers that work at the front stopped every member today and were like, hey, I need to talk to you. I thought I was in trouble because I don't wear my mask sometimes when I'm training. And I was like, all right, what's going on? He's like, listen, the rules are unless you're lifting weights, wear a mask. If you're going to walk to the bathroom, wear a mask. If you're re-racking weights, wear a mask. And there was probably 5 out of 20 members that were there today that basically refused to wear the mask. And I think it's because I think that they know better. And I was the last person to be willing to wear a mask. I had to go to the doctor and pay money to get contacts. That's why I'm not wearing my glasses, because I couldn't wear the mask without having my glasses fog up. So I went out of my way to make a doctor's appointment, got contacts, whatever. I have to wash my mask with dish soap and hang it to dry on the air conditioning when I get home. It's annoying. But the fact that people are, I guess it's a tragedy of the commons, right? They think they know better. They think they're entitled to the gym without a mask. And these people walk in and they're like, oh, I'm in the gym. I don't have to wear my mask anymore. It's great. They wear it to the grocery store. They wear it in the mall. They wear it to restaurants. But like in the gym, they're like, oh, thank God I don't need it. And yeah, let me know your thoughts if you want to give them, because I just find it completely ridiculous. And it honestly put me in a bad mood. It upset me. These two people who I admire, their work ethic and their physique, are complete dumbasses. And I was just like, man, not only is it difficult to come together and, make friends and get through things together, you have people that have a lot in common with you, or that you think do, and they're basically making fun of respecting people and trying to stop the spread of a disease. And yeah, it's just difficult. So let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my medical school is part of the conspiracy. I don't know, but if the flu's going around and someone sneezes or coughs on me, I flip out, or I would flip out. And if I had a mask and they had a mask and they coughed, wouldn't even faze me if there was like another flu going around. So it's piss. It's really shit. And hopefully, has this been in the video the whole time? Hopefully we can reach common ground as a society. And it's interesting because the coronavirus, my sister told me, very insightful thought, is it's really a social problem. And that's why America is going to have a very serious issue, and does have a very serious issue, because socially we're just completely inept and disrespectful. And yeah, deuces.